I've been doing this since I was a kid. Back in I'm talking about soccer wise. Back in the 80s, we used to see, let's say, the black American kid, the parents didn't come, just put them on the train. Now we're past that. We'll see the kid now. Let's say the black American kid or the Caribbean kid. The parents are now more involved because it's my generation. They're in their 40s, and so they're looking after their kids. Where when I was in my 20s, and those younger generation, younger kids, where their parents are now in their 60s, those kids were more on their own. Now what we're seeing a lot is you're seeing a lot of white kids, a lot of the European kids coming from broken families, parents are divorced, you get to see a lot of Italian Americans. We get to see in our organization, Russian kids that are basically on their own, So I think what we see, again, for Brooklyn Italians, what we see in our club, you get to see a lot of different diversity where, you saw a generation, the 80s, the 90s, and what you basically see now is totally different. And it's like a cycle, it's like it's definitely a cycle. The Caribbean kid, we get to see a lot of Haitian kids. Where I grew up playing with a lot of Haitian players, and now you get to see these guys who are now living in Canarsie, but they're caring after their kids, where their parents, as immigrants, they came here, the kids were basically on their own. So 14 years old, 13 years old, they were riding the trains by themselves, getting on the bus just to go play soccer. Now the parents are bringing them, they're driving them there, they're caring for them, they're supporting them 100%. And that's a big part of being an athlete, being a student, basically being a person. You need the parental support. And you know what? You get to see a lot of the Coney Island kids. There's a little bit, the kids that play basketball. There's still a lot of kids that are on their own. A lot of let's say street kids. We try and tap into that market. Soccer-wise, it's difficult. It's difficult to get those types of kids and travel with them because a lot of other things comes into an organization. When you're traveling, now you got to watch out if the coach is not, getting involved with the kids. You got to see what the purpose of the people that are involved are in it for. Is it true that they're really just coaches, or is it true that they just want to, fondle kids, or So it's not an easy task. So believe it or not, it's very important for parents to be involved because it kind of a little bit eliminates the fact of these coaches who try and get involved with kids, take advantage of them. If you're going away, if you're traveling to Florida, for a tournament, the parents come along, so there is a sense of security. When you have kids that come from different backgrounds and a coach is traveling away with these kids, well, guess what? There's less control, and you really don't know what that person's in it for. You could be in it for the right thing, it could be a great coach, could be in it just to help out the kids, but time has shown us that a lot of these guys are in it for the wrong thing. It's basically to go after the kids. All right.
Listen, thank
you
very
no
much.
Problem,
I truly
guys.
appreciate it.
All right, thanks a lot.
Great input. Appreciate it.